Let me start this video by saying that what I say in this video is not to be taken and used. This is my own personal opinion. So if you take anything from this video, you're doing it at your own risk. I am not a financial advisor, nor a teacher, or anything like that. I'm just telling you the situations I've went through and done in order to build my credit. Use at your own risk. I am not a financial advisor or a teacher or any professional at that. I'm just telling you what I did. Use at your own risk.
YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Mind Unravel here. Man, so, Jay-Z dropped 444 not too long ago. And I was just listening to it, and he was talking about how, people got this money and stuff, and how do they get this wealth and things like that? How are they able to buy stuff? And he said credit. So I was like, boy, if he ain't telling the truth. And I was like, a lot of people don't even know how to start credit, especially like a lot of young people don't know how to start credit. They don't know where to start. They know about credit. Like, you get money for somebody and then, you got to pay them back. But it's a little bit more, that you can do with it. But they don't really know how to start it. So now it's like, okay, this could be a teachable moment here. So with credit, you basically can get new house, new car, anything really if your credit's good. But before your credit can really get good, you gotta start to establish credit. Meaning you gotta get a credit score. So that means that you need to borrow money to continue to build that credit. And you can get credit, from credit cards, taking out loans, student loans, anything where you basically got to pay the money back, and if you're making payments on it. So this is how I came about starting my credit. I was around about 15, 16, had like a little part-time job, probably brought home like $150 to $200 every 2 weeks, really not making nothing really. But I always was about my savings. That's the main thing. I was always about savings. So my aunt one day had asked me, did I have a savings account? And I was like, yeah, I got one. It's with a bank though. And she was like, yeah, a bank, cool, but you need to look into credit unions. And so when she told me about that, I looked into it more, and then I told her, okay, I want to do that. So she took me to a credit union and got me set up with an account there. And in certain credit unions, only way you can get an account there is if somebody that you know or related to has an account there already and established. So it's not like, well, you just come in and open up one. Nah, it don't work like that. And that right there was already like, okay. So it almost felt like it's an exclusive thing. But I don't know if that works for all credit unions. That was just the one we was at. So I started my savings account, I think, with $5. And I was like, okay, out of my $150, $200 check, I'm going to try to put at least $25 to $50 in there every paycheck. So let's see. If I did 25, that'd be $50 a month. So in 10 months, that'll already be $500. In 10 months, that's $500 if I put $50 in a month. Man, $500 to somebody that only bringing home 200, if that, that's a lot after 10 months. just of saving. So I did that, got my account, building my account, building that relationship with the credit union. And then once I had got to the point where I was like, okay, I think this is good enough money. It might have been about 400. I probably haven't even hit that 500 mark yet, but the new Samsung Galaxy tablet came out. And I was like, man, I want that thing. I want it. And it was like $450, I think, after tax. So I thought about it, and then I got some advice from my aunt. And I was telling her, I don't want to spend all my money in my savings, though, to pay for this tablet at all. Like, I don't want to, I worked hard to save up that money. So she was like, well, why don't you go to the credit union and ask for a personal loan? So I was like, what? I can get a personal loan? She was like, yeah, and you don't have to have a, what they call it, oh man, it just left my brain. You don't have to have like somebody to sign it, a co-signer on the loan if you got like a certain amount in there in your account. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna go talk to them. So I went up to the credit union, talked to them, told them that I wanted to get $300 personal loan. Now the tablet $450, but told them if I can get $300 personal loan, that'd be great. So I would take that $300 personal loan, and then I'll just put it $150 of my own money towards it. So we got that set up. So yeah, so once we got that set up, I think I had set it to where I paid the loan off in like 7 months or so. So let's see, if you're doing, like I was saying, the $25 to $50 a month, then let's see, if you do 25, you can have that paid off in 6 months. If you do 25, every 2 weeks, that's $50 a month. 6 months, that'll be $300. You can do it that way. Or you can, if you go in the $50 route, shoot, that's $100 a month if you're taking 50 out of each paycheck of yours. So in 6 months, that's $600. So if you, let's just say you did do the $50 every paycheck. So you tell them, okay, I want to set my payments to where I pay on it every time I get paid. And I want to put, say you want to put 25 down on it. But you remember now, you saving, you putting in your savings every paycheck, $50. So you got the 25 that's coming out, then the 25 you put in your savings. So it's almost like you paying the loan back plus still saving at the same time. That was my whole logic with it. That while I'm paying this back, I still want to be saving money. I don't want my money to be depleting as I'm doing it. So within those, if I'm doing the $25 payments every time I get paid, so that's what, 2 times a month, so that's $50. In 6 months, that $300 is paid off. And also, I still got another $300 I saved up at the same time of paying the $300 off. So I was like, man, there's no way I'm not going to do this. Because it's a win-win. I'm building credit at the same time. I got my tablet. And I'm still saving it all at the same time. So you can do it that way. That's one way I did, building my credit. And that wasn't the only loan I took out. I took out more loans after I paid that one off. And I just kept going and going and going. Now, you know, in between time I took breaks because if it wasn't really nothing I wanted, then, hey, I just didn't worry about, you know, taking out no personal loans. So, and another thing about it is, every time you take out a loan, they do have to pull your credit. But think about it though. Every time you take out a loan and you pay it back, in the amount of time, you know, they allow you to pay it back, your credit is building. So as your credit keeps building, the more and more you can take out. Now, don't listen to this and go take out 30 loans within, a year, 2 years time. No, don't do that. Because then you're going to mess around and get into a situation where you can't even pay the loan back. You don't want to do that. Don't go crazy with it. Just be smart about it. Take out a loan here and there. Say you take out a loan, you pay it back in 6 months. Wait about 3-4 months before you try to take out another one. You know, give yourself some time, man, in between. But I mean, it's way more in depth you can go about credit, but this was just a simple way I was trying to explain it. In no way am I an expert. I'm just telling you my situation of what I went through when I was getting my loan, my first loan at a young age. And now that then set me up to be able to do more stuff, like renting an apartment or, you know, looking into my first house that I want to own. You know, got to get a mortgage. Looking at these nice cars. I already been looking at the Tesla, and that mug is fantastic. But, like, you got to have credit. MacBook. You want a MacBook, you know, young, you want to be a DJ or something. You ain't got to be young. I mean, it's probably adults out here that ain't never established credit. So this for y'all, too. You want to be a DJ, make music or something. You need a nice computer. You got to establish credit. You can go buy a MacBook. Go get a loan from your credit union if you want to go that route. Like I say, this is just my opinion on the thing. You make your own decisions on your own. So that's just one way I did it. Alright, man. I gotta check on out of here. Y'all drop a comment and a like, or if you ain't even like it, a dislike. But like I said, it's just my own personal opinion or situation. I'm out. My mind unraveled. Peace.